All right, today we are diving into something a little different. We're going on a culinary quest across China, but we're doing it with a very specific focus, one that's pretty adventurous. We're talking about eating heads. So, the big question we're trying to answer is this. Where can you find the absolute best-tasting heads in all of China? It's kind of a wild question, I know, but trust me, the answers tell an amazing story. Because, this is about way more than just what's on your plate. What we're going to see is that China's most famous head dishes are totally tied to the local land, the climate, and the culture of each place. It's like they reveal a region's unique personality.
Okay, let's kick off our journey. Think of this as creating a flavor map of China, one head at a time. We're going to taste our way through some of the most iconic and, frankly, surprising dishes out there.
First up, we're heading straight for the undisputed heavyweight champions of eating heads, the Sichuan and Chongqing region. When it comes to flavors that are bold, spicy, and just completely addictive, nobody else even comes close. Seriously. And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, look at this number, 300 million. That is how many rabbits the people of Sichuan eat in a single year. That's something like 70% of the entire country's consumption. It's just a mind-boggling number that really sets the scene. So what makes Sichuan the king? Well, it really comes down to two stars of the show. On one side, you have pig brain, which is so loved it's actually nicknamed the provincial flower. People rave about its rich, almost custard-like texture. And on the other, you've got the spicy rabbit head, hailed as the dragon head of local cuisine, where the real prize is the super tender meat on the cheeks. But why so spicy? What's with all the heat? Well, the classic thinking points right to the local geography. The Sichuan Basin is famously damp and humid, and for centuries, people believed all those peppercorns and chilies helped to drive that dampness out of the body. All right, let's switch gears completely and head down to South China. Here, the whole vibe changes. We're moving away from that fiery street food and into the world of incredibly polished, high-end delicacies. And a perfect example of this is the lionhead goose. It's from the Kaohsiung region, and get this, it's the largest species of goose in the entire world. Its head isn't just food, it's considered a total culinary treasure. And when we say prized, we really mean it. A single head from what's called a goose king, that's an older, more flavorful bird, can go for over 10,000 yuan. That's more than $1,000 US. This is not just dinner, it's a massive status symbol. Now, still in the south, you've got this awesome culinary rivalry happening in the Jiangnan region. You've got the Huaiyang three-head banquet, which is all about these grand, super intricate, perfectly crafted dishes. And then there's Guizhou's three heads, one palm, which is the complete opposite. Small, fiery, spicy, and way more rustic.
The whole philosophy for the Huaiyang style is summed up in this incredible ancient saying. It basically translates to, food can never be too fine, and its preparation can never be too meticulous. And they take it to the extreme. Think about the dismantled fish head dish, where a chef removes every single bone without tearing the skin. I mean, that's not cooking, that's art.
Okay, time to head inland to central China, to Hunan and Hubei provinces. Here, the food culture is completely shaped by the geography of water. You've got Hubei, the Thousand Lakes province, and Hunan with its 4 huge rivers. So it's no surprise that their signature dishes are basically gifts from the water. Both provinces are famous for fish head, but they could not be more different. In Hunan, the classic is to steam the fish head and absolutely cover it in a mountain of bright red, fiery chopped chilies. It's a New Year's dish for good luck. But right next door in Hubei, they simmer the head into this creamy, savory broth which you pour over rice. It's pure comfort food.
All right, now we get to what you might call the climax of our whole tour. We've had spicy, we've had refined, but now we're talking about a dish that is steeped in national honor and ceremony. We're talking about the beef head feast.
You see, across a massive part of China, from Qinghai up in the northwest, all the way down to the Tuzhe and Mao peoples in the southwest, serving a beef head is the ultimate sign of respect. It symbolizes the highest honor you can give a guest, right up there with serving a whole roasted lamb. So, where does this all come from? Well, this is the big aha moment. This tradition has super deep roots, going all the way back to this ancient ritual concept called the 3 sacrifices. In these ceremonies, the ox, the sheep, and the pig were the main offerings. But the ox was always number 1, the most prestigious.
And that's the key, right? That
ancient history gives the beef head a kind of common language that cuts across all these different cultures in China. It turns the act of eating a head from just a meal into something with this deep, shared meaning of honor, of celebration, and of respect. But wait, we're not done yet. This tradition is so widespread, we can do a quick lightning round of even more regional headliners from all over the country.
You've got this super delicate boiled tan lamb head up in Ningxia, Beijing's more refined whitewater-style lamb head, the savory Hunan fish head from Jiangxi, and even these surprisingly delicious spicy chicken heads from Hunan. The list just goes on and on. It's incredible.
Now, a quick public service announcement before you go booking your culinary tour. As amazing as these dishes are, especially the ones with brain, just know they are loaded, and I mean loaded, with cholesterol. So, everything in moderation.
Okay, to wrap this all up, I want to leave you with a little brain teaser. Chinese food is famous for its creative names. So, can you think of any famous dishes that have head in the name, but have zero actual head in them?
I'll give you a few hints to get you started. There's the classic lion's head meatballs, or in Taiwan, a dish called fly's head, which is actually a stir-fry of pork and chives. Then there's Shanxi's hulutou, which is a rich pork intestine stew. It's just a final reminder of how playful and full of history Chinese food culture really is. Thanks for joining the tour.